In this video, I'm going to talk about my philosophy when it comes to loaning women money. Hi, I'm Sharp Game coming back at you with another video from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of which can be found on Amazon.com. And someone wanted to know how do you handle when women begin to ask you for money, gifts, or if you're thinking about loaning her some money. How do you handle situations like this? And how do you handle gift giving? You know, what's the my philosophy on this? And, you know, of course, I've had a lot of experience with this, you know, because I've loaned people money. I've given people money also. And my philosophy is different than most people, I would think, because I've had a lot of bad experiences in this area, to be honest. So now I would say I've seen a lot of I've seen money whenever money's involved in between relationships with friends and family. It really destroys the relationship. So you have to be aware of how the money thing can, you know, it gets weird. Once money get involved in a relationship, it gets weird, man, with a lot of people. You know, so it's like you might have, I would say this, if you care about the relationship you have with a woman, or your brother, your sister, your friends, your good buddy, I don't care who it is. And if they ask you for some money, you're going to be better off just giving it to them. Yeah, you're better off just giving it to them. Because what's going to happen, what happens in most cases, if you let them borrow the money, and let's say 9 times out of 10, they're already behind on their bills, on whatever it is. That's why they ask you for the money, ask you to borrow money from you. That's why they ask you, because they think you got it. They think you can afford to give them the money. So if that's the case, and if you can afford to give them the money without breaking the bank, don't put yourself in a bad situation just to give to them, and under the assumption that they're going to give you the money back next month, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months. If you can't afford to give it to them, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? See, I've seen it go bad many times this way. So if you can afford to give them the money, give it to them, and don't expect to receive it back again, because there's a good chance they're already behind. And you got to think about it like this: what's the chances of you getting the money back? And if so, when? 2 months? They might say next month. They might say 4 months. They might have good intentions of giving you the money back next month. But something is going to happen. This happens a lot because life keeps going. See, some people, once they get behind on bills, and, you know, all kinds of things could happen. You know, the kids might get sick. The husband might, you know, his hours get cut back. Maybe her hours get cut back. Whatever the case is, you know. So people might have good intentions behind what they say. They might think they're going to pay you back next month or 2 months later. But there's a good chance it's not going to happen. This is why I say, you know, you should just give the money if you can afford to give it to them, and let it be. Because if you expect the money back And if it doesn't happen for whatever reason, that's going to create tension within the relationship between y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen this happen many times, and I've had it happen to me. And I've been on both sides of the coin with this. I've been on both sides. You know, I've been on the side where I borrowed money from this person, and I said, I'm going to pay you back 2 weeks later, a month later, and 2 months later, and it goes on and on and on. Because shit keep happening. You know, I mean, some people just get caught up in I call it a vicious cycle. A vicious financial cycle. It happened to me one time, you know, and I got out of that shit because I realized where it all stems from and how it got started. And I realized that the same way you get in these vicious financial cycles is not going to be the same way you get out. You have to shift your mind. You have to shift your way of thinking. So this is why if someone needs help, if a woman needs help, you care about her, you value the relationship y'all have, just give her the money and let it be. Don't expect to receive the money back. Even if she says she's gonna give it back to you, don't expect it. You know, just don't do it. You know, and even you have some women out here that will take the money from you, and they probably don't have intentions of paying you the money back anyway, because a lot of women kind of see it like, since we're together, y'all don't necessarily have to be y'all don't necessarily have to be in the same household or be married or anything like that, but y'all probably known each other for a long time, you know, and y'all know each other well. But in certain situations, some women will look at it like, since I've known you for a long time, since I care about you and you care about me, they don't feel the need to pay you back, because they feel like, well, you know, I can kind of, you know, get away with it. He doesn't really need the money back because he's doing okay. And then you got some other women will feel like, if they're sleeping with you, they shouldn't be obligated to pay you money back either. There's some women out here that's like this, you know. But ultimately, at the end of the day, if you're gonna give her the money, don't expect to receive the money back. You know, see, my philosophy is, you know, things happen. We all have emergencies come up. You know, some things you just can't help sometimes. Bad things happen to good people all the time. But if I meet a woman like tomorrow, right, and say 2 months later, she starts to act like, she starts talking about she got some type of hardship, she's living paycheck to paycheck. Well, what I would do in a situation like that, if I think she's if I think she would listen, and what I would do is tell her, hey, I can show you how to make extra money if you want to. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's how I would handle it. Now, if she doesn't want to do it, if she don't want to take my advice, well, so be it. Just don't be complaining about money. Just don't be complaining about the lack of money when you're around me. Take that shit somewhere else. You know? See, I meet people all the time here where I live at. You know, I live just outside of Atlanta. And one thing I dislike about Atlanta is there's a lot of smoke and mirrors here. There's a lot of people here that will move to some place. They'll come here and move someplace like Buckhead, Jones Creek, Midtown, and they'll be living lavish in these high-ass apartments, townhouses, paying like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. and they can't really afford it. They just barely getting by. If you ask them, hey, what do you, I'll be good. Because, you know, I've been here for a couple years now. So I've pretty much been around all these, majority high-end neighborhoods. So I'll be driving, going to this, where they live at, and I'm passing by $1 million houses just to get to their apartment or their, you know, townhouse or their condo, wherever they live at. I'm passing $1 million houses in the Sandy Springs area, Jones Creek area to get to their house. And I'd be like, damn, it's expensive over here. Shit. So once I get to know them better, they'll say, oh, I got a government job or whatever. Or, I mean, you don't know. You don't really know what type of job they have. You don't really know what these people do. They can just say anything, you know. But see, someone that hasn't been here very long would believe everything a lot of these people say. But, you know, I've been here a couple years now, so I'm not stupid. I've met people here that you know, drive Bentleys, high-end Mercedes-Benz, high-end BMWs that's over 100,000, you know, and you know, they'll have it for a couple months and then it's gone. And then you got, like, you know, I know people that know a lot of these celebrities or know a lot of these entertainers here too. You know, I know one or two people that they know all these. They know them directly and sometimes directly. You know, they know people that's in their crew or people that's on their team, you know. So a lot of these people are not doing as well as you might think they are. As a matter of fact, if you look at the television on these like housewives and reality shows, a lot of these, the house that they shoot these videos in, shoot these shows in, they don't live in that house. No one lives there. They couldn't afford to live there 9 times out of 10. And most of these women, they probably couldn't afford to live there. Now, some of these women on these shows, they are doing pretty well. But the majority, they're not. You know, so see, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors in these shows. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors on Instagram. You know, you got people on Instagram I've been knowing like at least 10 years. And I know they're not doing well. They got the yachts and the Rolls Royce, drop top Bentleys, and they live somewhere out in LA, New York, Miami. So I know they're not doing well. And then they'll call me and be like, hey, you know, I need a hookup on something in Atlanta or whatever. I'll be like, yo, man, I'm new here. I don't got no hookups like that. You know, if I'm in North Carolina, yeah, I got the hookup. But in this area, bro, I ain't got it like that. You know, I'm out here. I'm the lonely drift out here. I'm out here finding my way just like everybody else. Now, I might be doing better than a whole lot of other people, but I really ain't rolling like that. I'm the lonely drifter. I don't got no team. There's nobody behind me. I'm solo out here. So I'll be like, hey man, I can't really help you, really. You know, I mean, I can introduce you to some people, but could they help you? I don't know. Would they be willing to help you? I don't know. You know, really. So there's a lot of things that happen here. You know, people can move here out of nowhere and just become somebody like overnight. You know, they can start having I've seen people start having parties, and 6 months later, I call them up, they're gone. You know, so it's like people come and go here. This place is like a revolving door. So it's kind of like, you know, you might meet someone, you might say, hey, you know, they look like they have it all together. They got the cars, they got the girls. You know, they say they're a fashion designer, or I got a government job. You know, I work at Facebook. I work at Microsoft. And you get to know them, you be like, oh, okay, you're really not the person you claim to be. You know, but you know that's how this environment, you know, I think it molds people, it shapes people here. You know, people just like being. I think a lot of people here just like being around certain environments here. You know, it's like it's kind of weird. You know, it's really kind of weird, man. You know, and this it's just so expensive to live here. You know, it's like I'm not paying no $2,000 a month for an apartment. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Now, some people will say, well, you better not live in LA or New York or Miami. Exactly. I'm not going to live in those areas ever. If I have to pay $2,000 a month for rent, I'm moving back home. I'm not going to do it. I'd rather pay $2,000. I'd rather take $2,000 a month and put it towards something that's going to bring me residual income every month. I'd rather do that. See, I don't want to be a consumer. I don't want to be a consumer. You know, a lot of us got our priorities all mixed up. I'm tired of being a consumer. I'm tired of buying shit. I'm tired of spending my money on stuff that don't have no value over time. You got people here, man, who have car payments $1,000, $1,500. That's just crazy. You know, that's just crazy, man. You know, I'm in the mindset now. I want money every month coming in. I don't care if it's $20 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month, $200 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month. As long as it's coming in every month, it's all good. You know, you got to start from somewhere. You got to crawl before you walk. I don't care. As long as it builds up, I know I'm going in the right direction. You know, but you know, it's like you just have a lot of people here, man, that you know are just reckless with their money spending. You know, just reckless. You know, it's like now you got a lot of don't see a lot of people come here and you know they'll start partying and that money go fast. Because you know this place is very seductive, especially if you go hang out in Buckhead. If you go to Buckhead, if you go to places like Lenox Mall and that Lenox Mall area, not necessarily the mall, but just that area right there, you know, in the Midtown area all the way to Buckhead, that area is very seductive. You know, it's because that's where all the action is right there in that area. You know, and the people see all the beautiful women walking around and the nice cars and all that shit. And some people will come here from out of town and be like, God damn, man, this is how it is every day. Shit, I gotta be a part of this. Yeah, you can be a part of this, but you're gonna have to pay to play. You're gonna have to pay to live like that. You're gonna have to pay to live in Buckhead and Midtown. And a lot of people live in them areas, they can't really afford it. And they got all these high ass taxes in them areas. So you can live in them areas, but you're gonna have to pay. And a lot of these people, a lot of people don't realize that shit until they move here. And then after they've been here for a while, just like me, you realize that this shit ain't what they really make it out to be. Because see, you gotta live here to really understand where I'm coming from. You know, you have a lot of people here that are like parasites. You know, they're like parasites here. You know, a lot of women feel like they don't really gotta pay for shit. You know, they looking for a man to take care of them. You got a lot of women out here like that too. They feel like, hey, if you want to be with me, you know, you should pay the majority of my bills and take care of me. You know, but you know, I got a different philosophy. My philosophy is, I'll help you make money. That way, I'll show you how to fish. That way, you won't have to come back and ask me for money anymore. Because a lot of times, if you give women money and if they're still behind and they don't know how to create their own money, they're gonna come back to you for more and more. You give some women an inch, they'll take a mile. So that's why I don't really get into the loan and money type thing, I don't get in the habit of giving money or loaning money. I just don't. You know, if I feel like you're having money problems or money issues, I'll just show you how to fish. I'll show you how to get your own money. That way you won't have to come back to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if she keeps coming back to you, you're going to destroy the relationship. Almost guaranteed you're going to destroy the relationship, because you're going to get tired of her asking you for some damn money all the time. And she's not going to want to give you the money back, because women look at money as their power. You know, if you ever ask a woman for some money, it takes a lot for them to do that shit. I mean, for a woman to buy you shit, for a woman to buy you a drink, for a woman to buy you a gift, I don't give a damn how much it costs. I don't give a damn if it costs $5, $10, $20. For a woman to buy you a gift, for a woman to buy you a drink, boy, she has to really be into you. I'm telling you, they hold on to that money, boy, like it's like, whew, like it's the last piece. I'm telling you. So this is why I started my new channel called the Day Job Bailout Plan. Go over there and subscribe. You know, because on my new channel, I'm basically teaching people how to fish, how to create their own income outside of their job. That was my whole idea of starting the channel, because I had a multi-millionaire tell me years ago, don't quit your full-time job, just do this part-time until you build up your income, and at some point you'll be able to quit your full-time job and move on to bigger and better things. So all I'm doing on my new channel, the Day Job Bailout Plan, all I'm doing is paying it forward. That's it. That's all. So go over there, subscribe, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share this video, check out my website, chooseyourrelationships.com, check out my book, which can be found on Amazon.com. Until next time, I'm out. Peace!